Hi, everybody, and welcome to this daily message for today, March 23rd, 2026. This message is the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And welcome to this channel, Freya's Crown. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers for my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie, double tap the screen, or just simply hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell so you don't miss your daily messages when I go live stream to answer questions, which is coming very soon, and when I upload videos. All right. And after the video processes, if you wish to share it with somebody who you think will resonate with it, go right ahead and share the video. All right, so all that helps out this channel, and I am extremely grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you have been giving me on this journey. All right, so if I haven't introduced myself, my name is Melody. All right, and welcome to Freya's Crown. All right, air signs for today, March 23rd, 2026. So March is a 3. Talking about that, where you put your energy, your focus is going to grow. So make sure that where you put your time, your energy, and your focus is more authentic. What you want to grow, what you don't, unless what you don't want to grow. In other words, focus on the seeds that will bring you prosperity, that you'll be a harvest from. Don't focus on either picking it too soon or on the negative side of it. If you focus on the negative side of something that you want to grow, it's going to be poisonous, it's going to be sour. And we don't want that for the collective. We want all kinds of positive harvest for the collective. All right. So the 23 energy is a 5. So 3 plus 5 is an 8. So absolutely listen to your intuition. For some of you, I feel like you have an inner child that is waiting you, that is knocking on your heart space. You can see that looks like this child is blowing a wish towards you. So something you are wishing for could absolutely be manifesting over, I just heard it like the next month or two maybe. All right, air signs. And we have the energetic year of 1. So this inner child is really coming through telling you to stop drinking the toxic emotions. All right. Those were just lessons that you had to learn, right? Because, and I don't know why, but these 4 cards were stuck to this deck. They were stuck to this deck, okay? On the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Cups with the Queen of Swords. So it could have something to do with your parents, or it just could have something to do with about speaking more compassionately to yourself. Speaking more compassion, because as within, so without. So when you're more passionate within yourself, when you have that balance within yourself, you are able to, like, how do I want to say it? As within, so without. It like shines without of you, outside of you. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So air signs. Like I said, these 4 cards were stuck to that deck. So these are the first 2 cards here. Profound lessons are at hand. 999. Completion of a cycle is near. Carrying the birdships, carrying the hardships, the lessons from when you were a child. So this is going back to, I've been getting this a lot for the collective, that we are clearing generational curses, and that is what we are here to do. We're here to clean the generational curses out of our own bloodlines, through our own lessons, through our own tips, through our own burdens, so that we can teach other people, like tell our testimony to other people, and I just see 444, to other people, to assist them who are going through the dark soul, who are, you know, in that period of darkness, not understanding things, not being able to see their way out. All right. So we do have the spirit of the elixir, intoxication, uninhibited, and shameless. So some of you, maybe you had a generational curse of addictions. So you have to, you're going through dark night of the soul and trying to overcome addictions. Been there, did that. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my testimony here. Um, my biological mother was an alcoholic. I grew up in her household, but I grew up with her. I actually knew her. It was in my adoption papers. That I was allowed to have patience from my biological parents until I was 18 to make my own decisions. Not everybody is as lucky as I am if you were adopted. So, and when that's all she did. She took all the bill money, everything, anything that her husband would give her, she would take to the bar and drink it. Okay. I see this. And when I was adopted, I do remember this. I don't remember everything. I have blackout spots, but I remember when my parents picked me up. I remember as a child, she would be laying in bed drunk while I was feeding her other child, which would be my little brother. I was taking care of him, and I was only like 4 years old. So I was like a mother before I was even a child. So it's a little bit about my testimony. So that could be something you are working with, air signs. And you are returning back to a state of innocence within that inner child. We also have the energy of shameless. You know, you could be going through like a Mary Magdalene scene where you're being persecuted for things that you have did in your past. You know, and that's another thing. You know, today is an energetic 9. 3 plus 2 3 plus 3 is 8. Plus the energetic year of 1 is 9. So this is no accident that I found this today. All right. Spirit is telling you, you have learned your lessons. You've carried that cross since you were a child. You know, now it's like you return back to a state of innocence. And, you know, air signs, I have been saying that I'm going to be having a conversation with you guys. And I can tell right just by this conversation, I had 2 viewers and you both escaped. So it's like nobody's going to want to hear what I have to say. But there's things that need to be said. You know, and the thing is Jesus himself went through the exact same thing. Nobody wanted to hear what he had to say. Nobody. So they persecuted him. You know, just like Mary Magdalene, nobody's seen her true value, her true worth. Instead, they were too busy pointing fingers at her and persecuting her, shaming her, trying to ruin her reputation. All right. So there's something about that, air signs, that maybe you need to know. So I feel like you're really breaking maybe a generational curse of addictions. You could be breaking a generational curse of lust, breaking a generational curse of greed, break a generational curse of, you know, being angry. I was very, very angry for a very, very long time. I still got a little bit of that left in me because of everything that I've been through and everything that I'm still going through. But I am more along the lines of learning that what I have went through and what I'm currently going through is all part of my growth. Because if it wasn't for some of the things that I have went through, I wouldn't have the ability to come on here and talk to you. I wouldn't have the thick skin that is needed and the strength that has came from all of this that is needed on my journey. I am on a twin flame journey. Now you're going to be like, oh, flame journey, romance. Wrong. Twin flame journeys are not about romance. Yes, everybody has a soulmate. Everybody has a lid for their pot. But that does not mean that it's a romantic. Twin flames are not about romance. They're absolutely not about romance. Twin flames are about finding all the broken pieces of yourself and becoming whole again. And when you become whole again, then you're able to be balanced. And that's what the twin flame journey is about. Finding all the missing pieces of yourself, bringing all the missing pieces back to a state of wholeness, which allows you to be very balanced masculine and feminine energy. Because listen, I grew up as a tomboy. I 100% grew up as a tomboy. And, you know, I would always go on the weekends with my dad. We'd go haul junk, you know. And then once I hit that little going from that little girl stage to become a woman, I started caring more about going places with my hands dirty or this or that, you know, and that's called peer pressure. Um, so for some of you, exactly, you may be going through this. For some of you, you have somebody around you who is wishing ill on you. It's like they're drinking that poisonous emotion and expecting somebody else to die. Somebody who is a very immature. Could be your own child, could be somebody else's child, or this just could be an adult child. A man child, a woman child, whatever child. And they could be wishing a lot of things upon you. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and put them up there. We're going to talk to the angels first, air signs, and see. I just think it's kind of coincidental that I found them cards stuck in that deck, and in today's an energetic 9, and look, we have 999. Cycles are completing. Profound lessons are happening. You also could have somebody around you who is like a drinker, somebody who likes to drink a lot. All right, angels, spirit guides. Let's start off with a message for collective. Who wants to come forward? So I put 2 decks together. I put the romance angels and the archangels together. Spirit wanted me to do it this way for some reason. I felt this energy of love. When I was in my spirit hour, I seen somebody who had their leg cocked up over a chair. It was a female person who was naked. She had no clothes on. And I, like, if that picture, that image is like etched in etched in my head, and I find it rather disgusting. You know, I don't know why that image popped in. That could be relevant for somebody out there. All right, air signs. So let's go ahead and start with the angels. What do you want to bring the element of air today? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, please and thank you. Okay, so air sign, you're definitely rising up out of a situation. You are, the worst is now behind you. That's right, because you've carried that cross long enough, right? Now you're completing a very hard cycle that you've been carrying since you were a child, right? You have the worst is now behind you. You are surmounting any previous challenges. Yes, you are rising up out of ashes of a very hard lessons. So you're being asked to pay attention to the red signs here, because you're seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career path, right? Like I said, because you could have a man or a woman child who is wishing you up in your downfall. Okay? See? They're blowing them wishes towards you. That's like an energy ball. It's like they're drinking that poison and they expect somebody else to die here. So if any earrings, clairaudience energy, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So that's exactly what they could be doing. Throwing subliminal messages your way, or just throwing them on you. I just seen 1444, so you're definitely protected. I feel it's because you have a very high calling here. So you're being asked to pay attention to the signs. Look at 999. There they are, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Alrighty, so let's see what these signs are. Let's pull some of these sign cards for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Can we have one card, please? Thank you. Signs, Archangel Jeremiah is showing you to pay attention to signs. Profound lessons are at hand. completion of a cycle is near. You've carried this cross for a while, since you were a child. Yeah, ascension. So it was all part of your ascension process. It was all part of your growth. All right. Yeah, it's like you're finding your long way home, but now you're being freed. You're going to be able to rise up out of the ashes. 777. Yeah, rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. So yeah, it was all part of your development. It was all part of your ascension progress. Yeah, it's been a long journey, absolutely, right? Um, yeah, spirit of the lighthouse, return, belonging, guiding light, and then vision. Fortress, rescue, and imprisonment. So somebody could feel imprisoned within their own home, or feel imprisoned within their, like their own child could feel imprisoned within their heart space, right? We have smoke and vision. So somebody is definitely trying to cloud your vision. And look, my left ear just rang. Return, belonging, and guiding light. So this is the thing. My left ear just rang, and I can't even trust that it's my spirit talking to me, because I have these adult children who think it's funny to play mind games with me, you know? And it's probably the one who I seen with her freaking leg cocked up over the chair with no clothes on, which was really disgusting. So yeah, I feel like that's what you need to see. Pay attention to the red flags if you're seeing 999, 777, 144, 1444, 444. Those are all signs and synchronicities. I feel like they're telling you you are not really imprisoned. You just feel that way. And that's because of these people, these adult children who think that it is humorous to doing to you. So you're actually, your inner child is being freed from the burdens, these hardships that you've been carrying your whole entire life. Yes, it has been a long, long process. But look, see the portal on this card? Portal. Hi, proud mommy. Yeah, so there is definitely some sort of a portal opening. Could be the new moon portal, could be the Aries vortex portal, something along them lines. All right, so you definitely may be feeling imprisoned in your head or in your heart. But I feel like you are definitely returning back to your heart space. See that light shining out of that lighthouse? The light is shining through the fog here, which is showing you your next step here, air signs. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put this over here. So they're asking you to stay optimistic. So what are the crows warning you about? Come on, guys. Can you give me a couple thumbs up? Help me get these videos out there, because there is definitely some adult children who do not want these messages out there, because what is happening is the truth is uncovering their what they're doing. So they're putting up as much resistance as they can. So please, guys, give me a thumbs up, give me a Fonzie. It's greatly appreciated. All right. Yeah, so you're definitely mirroring something to somebody else, possibly on a romantic level. New growth or ending, so you're definitely going through a rebirth. See how that growth is coming up out of that skeleton's head, which talks about, you know, breaking out of that limited belief system that people have you in, right? Yeah, you have been on a journey in the dark, so you've definitely been on a journey. You've been in that dark night of the soul. Yeah, and now you got a lot of wisdom, and you're seeing things from a higher perspective as to why you went through what you went through. That is all part of your growth, so you need to stay in that mindset. Time is up. Yeah, time is up for these adult children who are shaming you, these adult children who have been placing these burdens upon you. So you really need to trust what you see, right? And that is the key, is to trusting your intuition. Look, key, right? Mirrors along the journey to the light. So you're in a period of darkness right now. but you are also mirroring this to a particular person. And it's like, see this lighthouse? It's lighting up something that they are foggy in, feel it imprisoned in their heart, in their head, right? So you need to understand that you are capable of more than you could ever imagine. And that's what I mean about breaking out of that limited mindset, allowing yourself to grow from the situation, and learning to trust what you see. Because, like I said, when I see that, it like scarred me. I'm like, what the hell am I seeing here? Right? Why would you show me something like that? That is like utterly disgusting. So, because we have the romantic mirror here, um, we're going to pull some love cards, air signs. Let's pull some love cards for the air signs, please. And thank you, Holy Spirit, for romantic mirroring. Yep. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Profound lessons are at hand. Lessons. Union. So you're about to come into union, not as much with somebody else as you are within thyself. Which, when you come into union within thyself, okay? When you come into union within yourself, within your masculine and feminine energies, what you are doing is you are mirroring this to somebody you're supposed to be with. And it's lighting that cup up to them of love, self-appreciation, right? So yeah, you went through that dark night of the soul. You gained the wisdom and the knowledge that you've needed to understand, right? You gained that wisdom and your knowledge. And now, because you gained that wisdom and your knowledge through all the challenges, you're ready to take that next step, right? Why? Because the lessons have been learned. So union within thyself, as within, so without. So being in union within yourself mirrors this to your soulmate, to the one you're meant to be with. I believe everybody has a lid for their pot. I don't care who you are. There's always somebody. For somebody out there, you not only are mirroring this to a romantic person that you are meant to be with, but you're also mirroring it to somebody who is going to build your career with you. They're going to build it together. And then eventually you guys will get married. But see, you see this feminine is side-eyeing this masculine. You need to heal that part of yourself. And the reason why you're side-eyeing that masculine is because there's still something within thyself that needs to be healed, that is making you not trust them. And that's what those are cautioning you about. There's still something within you that needs to be healed, because somebody is not trusting somebody. And that's really crazy that those two cards come out off the bottom of the deck, because I did hear Bride of Christ whenever I pulled that, because that's what Spirit wants me to talk to you about, the Sophia thing. I've been seeing all over the internet. It just popped up out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to bring that up, because everybody is so, stuck in organized thoughts, organized religion, that it's like, I don't really know if I want to bring this up yet, but apparently Spirit's telling me to, right? Spirit's telling me to, because the bride has a lot to do with the twin flame journey and the union that comes within thyself. That's where the true bride of Christ comes in, where we go a period of purification that helps us to grow. What do we purify? The hardships of carrying them burdens, generational curses. All right. So let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. What did I say? Metamorphosis. Some regretting something. See how he's got his hands over his face? So surrender. And then you got the inner child coming through. See, she's nude. I told you I seen somebody nude. I seen this. This nude female with her leg up over a chair. Alrighty, let's pull a couple tarot cards. And then we're going to close out this reading. Can you give me a thumbs up, viewer? It's greatly appreciated. And if you're a hater, thank you for watching. Okay, so the Six of Gabriel in reverse talks about something is unsuccessful. See, you have 6 of these wands. So somebody could be, if they threw 6 wands at you, they may be getting returned. Divine guidance. So we have the Hierophant card coming through here. This could be what the lesson is. Maybe something, maybe somebody didn't win some sort of a battle here. We have the 6 and the 5, which adds 11, 911 here. This also talks about, you know, the Hierophant's card talks about the, oh my goodness, organized religion, church institutions, covens, spiritual organization on all levels, regardless of what it is, whether it's religious or covens or whatever. But something with this in reverse, something, this, I'm feeling negative friends. Remember, I said about these adult children wishing something upon you. We have the Page of Ariel. The excellent opportunity offered to use scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. So these people thought they were clever, is what I'm getting here. These people thought they were clever. But whoever I'm talking to, you're now coming into a state of balance. Why? Because you have learned from this opportunity. So 911 can be significant. That could be catching your attention. 999 could be significant. 777 could be significant. You could be seeing all these numbers. Also, the energetic number of 11. The Star. Yeah, so they wanted you to stay in this energy of feeling hopelessness. Could be coming into your dreams as well. I see the energy of 13. 13 talks about death, endings, right? Endings. The new growth through endings. Yeah, you've learned from this situation. You've grown from this situation. And that's now how you need to view it. So you do have an Aquarius coming through here. There could be an Aquarian individual who teamed up with this institution here. Trying to shame you, throwing these energetic negative darts at you. Two of Raphael. It could be an ex-partner with underneath the Hierophant card talks about marriage. So it could very well be somebody who you was in some sort of a marriage contract with that you are no longer with. I feel like they're telling you don't give up. But I feel like Spirit is saying, you know what? Your time is up. Now there's a spiritual lesson unfolding. Look, wedding. See how she's side-eyeing him? Somebody could have canceled the wedding right at the last minute because now they are realizing something. With the Star card here, this could definitely be a community, like I said, some sort of a religious institution, a coven, a church institution, something along them lines. Solutions, yeah. So you got the Hierophant, or not the Hierophant, the Temperance card coming through here. 144. Like I said, you got 8 and 5 is a 13, which adds up to a 4. 144, you could be seeing that. 1444, you could be seeing that as well. 555. It's talking about healing, right? Healing that inner child. You've learned everything that you were meant to learn coming up to today. Yeah. And now, because you've broke something, you've broke yourself free from something, now you're able to heal any inner child wounds on an emotional level, on a mental level, and bring yourself back to that state of union. I'm telling you, union happening with the masculine and feminine energies. Because I'm telling you, this battle has been real. Somebody losing some sort of a battle as well. We got Sagittarius, we got Aquarius, and we got Taurus coming through here specifically. And then we have the Queen of Gabriel. So definitely negative intentions, possibly doing some sort of magic. And somebody freed themselves. Somebody could have been blocked from going into somebody's dreams. Yeah, somebody could have been blocked from going into somebody's dreams. Look, contracts, something about contracts. The Five of Raphael in reverse. Somebody healed from despair. And now somebody could be feeling imprisoned in their own head. Why? Because they didn't want to do this inner child work with the Nine of Raphael. They did not want to do that inner child work. You know, the 9 months, right? That inner child work, being in that womb energy. This talks about somebody who has low self-esteem, low self-respect, somebody who is, you know, not getting their wish, right? Not getting something that they have wished for. And the illusion is broke, right? It's becoming very clear. The illusion has broken. We have the King of Raphael. So we have the King and the Queen coming through here. The Queen is in reverse and the King is in the upright position. Yeah. So there is something new coming your way. Somebody could be coming your way and giving you some sort of truth here. It's maybe a hard pill to swallow. They also may be wanting to ask for forgiveness, telling you, I regret teaming up with this other person to come up against you. But you're being asked to mention the red flags. Learn to read between the lines is what I feel here. This is somebody who's very manipulative. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually manipulative. Somebody who's very immature. Somebody who, you know, has, somebody could be jealous. Somebody could be jealous of how you look. And that could be why they're shaming you. And that could be some sort of truth that is coming out here. I keep seeing 6-9. So it absolutely has something to do with sex. And that could be why I seen that female, right, with her leg up over the chair. And she may have did it because she wanted to marry somebody. And this person doesn't look like he is too happy to be getting married. Something about a contract here. Maybe somebody signed something or did something. Soul contract could also be here. But you know what? On top of the Hierophant card, you know, again, wedding. Something about somebody maybe being married. A third-party situation here. Definitely have learned what you needed to learn, though, collective. Just remember that. Try to stay positive because everything that you went through has caused you to grow. Yeah, so stay aware of that. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. You've mastered your lessons. And the thing is I was thinking about this when I was when I was in my spiritual shower. Idolatry. That was a word that came to me. Idolatry. And that's funny. I heard idolatry, and then the Hierophant card come out, which talks about church institutions. Yep, karma releasing. You've paid your karmic debt. Now there's profound spiritual lessons that are unfolding now. Move beyond the drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. And that's exactly what Saint Germain wants you to know. You have a very deep connection to your higher self, to the spirit realm. With the Knot of Michael in reverse, this talks about that skeleton, right? This card right here. Grow through endings. Blocking this Queen of Swords manipulating your thoughts. See how that person looks like they're in meditation, right? All right, so that Kuan Yin is saying, choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. So somebody may want to come in, like I said, as a friend. Like, I feel like whoever I'm talking to out here, you got something your way that you are going to build a business with. It's going to be love and business together. You're going to be building love, building trust, building your business and building on love and learning to trust again is something that I am getting here. And this is coming your way through, I feel, the Aries vortex portal. Why? Because you did the inner work and now your light is shining through this person's fog. Somebody could, like I said, be feeling imprisoned in their home because of their own wounds that they have to deal with. So you need to trust the signs that you're seeing because you're being divinely guided. Thank you for watching, signs.